Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Great. All right. So I am asked to discuss about negotiation and networking with all of you. Can anybody of you present in this session tell me what is negotiation? Networking, I know everybody knows because nowadays it is a time of social media, network, social networking, and a lot of networking, word you have listened about. But do you know do you understand what is the meaning of negotiation? Anyone in the group? And there are no negative marking to that. So please feel free to answer my questions. And I will also not ask you to turn on your cameras while answering. So please feel free. Yes. So anybody in the group who understands the meaning of negotiations? Haven't you come across this word? All right. How many of you enjoys shopping and go for shopping? No one? I'm just very surprised. Vishakha has raised her hand. And I believe most of the girls in this session are fond of bargaining as well, right? So while you go and without bargaining, your urge is not satisfied of buying, right? So bargaining is also a form of negotiating. And if I ask you, have you ever negotiated with anybody? Please don't say no, because negotiation starts when we are babies, right? So when you are a small child, you have just probably started to react yourself, started to speak out your emotions. At that very moment, you learn your negotiation skills, right? You start negotiating with the people. Let me come to the next slide. Now, before we begin, I want all of you to see a video. So this is three main networking skills which are required for the students. So before I begin my talk, before I begin this session, I want all of you all to please listen to this video, hear it, and then we'll talk further. I will just share this video to you. 1 minute. Is it visible? Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me just play this video.
June 4th, 2013.
Can you hear the audio?
It was graduation for me.
Yes,
And it was
ma'am.
mixed emotions. On one side, I was elated to graduate from the number one academic institution in the country. I was excited. On the other end, and we have some college graduates here, to graduate unemployed kind of hurts your gut a little bit. But it raised some questions. And I can remember one of my good friends giving me a book. And the book changed my perspective. The book was Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. It talked about his journey, his professional journey, as he used networking and building relationships to not only grow professionally, but personally. So I thought to myself, if it could work for him, maybe I should try it. So the next 6 months I did. And the results were amazing. Instead of looking for jobs, instead of reaching out, jobs were coming to me. JP Morgan, NCAA, Princeton University. I was amazed. I was excited for myself, but more so, it raised the question in my mind. How was I getting these results? And number two, why aren't our academic institutions, why aren't our colleges and our high schools teaching young people this very important skill set? This inspired me. So I went back to my alma mater and I wanted to tell my friends. Profound Ivy was a program that was a passion project, but it grew to so much more. And over the course of 3 years, I wanted to teach these principles of networking to young people just like me. So that when graduation comes, they wouldn't experience that same feeling. Over
Over the course of 3 years, results were great.
Over
Over
90% of the students that were in Profound Ivy landed their dream internship or their dream job at the end of the year. College graduates, college undergraduates rather, they understand the principles of networking. But how can we take this ever so important
detail
and
and apply it to young people?
I thought
long and hard.
A year goes by, and I go to Compton, California, and I'm asked to teach networking to students. Of course, I say it's great. Catch. Now they're elementary students. You guys laugh because you understand there's a little bit of a different pace there. I remember the first time I walked in the classroom, and I'm thinking to myself, how do you teach this complex topic, but ever so important to young people? So I asked the crowd, and I say, does anybody have a dream? And a young man by the name of Alejandro, he's about 4 feet tall, but his arm shot to the sky. He said, I have a dream. I said, Alejandro. And he stood up, and he said, my dream is to be a lacrosse coach, like my lacrosse coaches. And I said, okay, he has a dream. And I thought to myself, this is important here. He knew something. There was some conviction there. So I want to share with you what I believe can be incredibly important for young people. How do we teach young people the principles of networking? 3 bones to networking. 3 simple bones. And you guys all know this. We all know this. It's common sense, but sometimes common sense is not common practice. So the first bone of networking, wishbone. Whether you're a college graduate or you're in elementary school, what do you want? And who can help you attain that? Alejandro had it. He wanted to be a lacrosse coach. And he knew that he had to reach out to a lacrosse community to take that very next step. Bone number 2, jawbone. Now there's 2 components to a jawbone: competency and humility. Competency and humility. Competency. Do you know what you're talking about? Have you done your research? One of the reasons I believe Profound Ivy was so good at producing results was because before students would reach out, we made sure that they did research on their industry, and then their company, and then the department, and then the position, and then the individual. So before they began to network, they had so much extensive knowledge, but by the time they opened their mouths, people were intrigued to hear what they had to say. The other part of that jawbone, humility. You could know everything in the world, but if people don't like you, they will not help you. One simple part of humility is this. And I'm wearing his shoes. These are Gary Vee shoes. And he has his principle that he says, and it's 51-49. Whenever we make a relationship and we're trying to connect with someone, it's usually 50-50. But in networking, if we can learn how to be the 51, if we can learn how to give more, if every time we reach out to someone, we could look and say, what is it that they're looking for and how can I help? It puts us in a position to succeed. And last but not least, my favorite, the last bone that we need to network is the backbone. Persist, persist, persist. The most common word in networking is the word no. You'll hear it over and over again. I like to tell students this story, and I'll tell it to you the same way. I wanted to become an author. I had no idea how to begin. Very simple formula, and I wanted to follow my own advice. I wanted to reach out to 10 authors who wrote in the particular area that I wanted to write in. I read 10 of their books. At the end of their book, I saw their email. I reached out to the 10 authors. Of the 10 authors I reached out to, 2 replied to me. of the two that got back to me, one responded, and he was a best-selling author, and I'm so excited, and I opened the email, and it says, good luck. But there was one guy, a guy by the name of Adam, someone who I still talk to this day. Adam called me. Adam spoke to me on the phone for 3 hours. Adam taught me how to market a book, how to publish a book, how to write chapter by chapter. And at the end of our call, Adam told me, call me when you finish chapter 1. Powerful. Powerful. Through networking. Through networking. That was my passion, to become an author, and networking got me there. The reason why I believe these 3 bones to networking is so crucial in today's world is because young people have to understand this is a skill set. I envision a time where networking is taught just like math, just like reading, just like writing. Because in the 21st century, I truly believe that networking is the currency of our age today. An individual who has the ability to make connections with one another, you'll always be in a place where you can progress, where you can go forward. Skill sets are okay, right? Most people think of networking as a skill set. But I hope with today, and I hope going forward, that we can start to teach younger people that networking is also a skill set, but it's also a mindset. The people to your left and your right can help you in ways you couldn't possibly imagine. So if any of you know young people, you're saying, what do you want to teach them? 3 bones to networking. Wishbone. State what you want. Jawbone. Ask with competency and humility. And last but not least, backbone. Persist. Thank you, guys.
All right. So see how important the networking is. He rightly said, right, that networking is not probably a skill set which the people are born with, but you can acquire best networking skills with the time and with the company in which you are indulging most of your time. So I know, like in this group, and moreover everywhere, there are 2 categories of people, right? One are introvert and the other are extrovert. So now if I will ask that how many of you are comfortable in networking people and gel with the people so easily, I am very sure that there will be only 10% of the hand raised amongst the entire crowd who would confidently raise up their hand and say that, ma'am, I am confident enough to talk with the people in the crowd. Am I right or wrong? Most of you would, feel shy to approach anybody for anything. So half of you are not open to the people who are, strangers to you. So most of you now in the age, moreover, you are in 80% of you, you wanted to stay with the people with whom you are most comfortable with. So probably staying with your friends is your best favorite pastime which you wanted to spend, and you avoid talking to the strangers. Now this is the reason you are creating a barrier for yourself in proper networking, right? Because उन्हीं लोगों के साथ में मिलना, जिन लोगों के साथ आप उठते बैठते हो, जिन लोगों की कंपनी को आप एंजॉय करते हो, will not help you out in all the ways. हो सकता है वो one way or the other they might help you out, but if you wanted to expand your network connection, if you wanted to become a successful personality in your own field, then you need to expand the diameter of your networking. And how will you expand your diameter? You need to meet new people, you need to approach them, and you need to break the barriers which you have created for yourself. So you may or may not be an extrovert, but I will teach you few tips here today in the session through which you can become a good networking person, through which you can break that barriers, you can come out of your introvert zone and start talking with the people. So how many of you, let me ask this question now, because otherwise you people are not going to answer. So how many of you feel confident in talking to a stranger probably, or are comfortable in talking to somebody and introducing yourself? Can you please raise your hand? Oh, Vishakha. So Vishakha feels confident. She's an extrovert person. All right. Who else? Khushi also. Let me reverse my question, because extrovert any which ways are going to raise their hand and give their names. So guys, I'm not going to ask any further, but only a raise of the hand from the people who think that they are quite introvert, or else they think they are extrovert, but only in the company of their friends, of their own people, but feel shy and introvert while approaching to the stranger. So how many of in this community, how many falls into the second category which I'm talking about? Just raise off your hand. I promise I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to question. You don't need to answer to my questions. Please, if you could raise your hand. No one? So I assume that you guys are feeling shy enough to raise your hand. Is that so?
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you, but is there any way if you could turn on your camera?
I would actually love to, and if you could see in my screen, only a small portion of mine is visible to you.
Can you join from another device just for a second?
I have just my single laptop. What I can join with my other ID. I think it might work because I tried it also. Let me just give me 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am
Okay. Sure.
trying to do it from the other device. 1 minute.
Actually, we'll need to send these recordings for evaluation.
I agree. Even I would love to
Yeah.
see all of you here in the meeting, because I am also not feeling good that only a one-way conversation is going on. You can't see me, so even I desperately want to show my face, but this I don't know. I am so sorry. All my devices, I mean, in all my accounts, I'm having the same problem. Will that be fine if I join from my this thing mobile parallelly?
Yeah, ma'am. It's completely okay.
Let me try. Will that help me out? I don't know what problem it was facing earlier. I checked and it was going well enough, but now this issue has arrived. Can anybody send me the meeting link, because the link which Vishakha has sent me is not able to open through the mobile. So only the link, if you could send me on my meeting, on my WhatsApp. I'm not able to click on this link.
Ma'am, it's the same link.
I know, but you have
Ma'am,
sent
could you give me
text
could you
message.
give me your email? I'll send you the invitation to join.
One second. I think I have figured it out. 1 second. But guys, you need to promise me, if I'll turn on my mobile through my mobile, if I'll come, then you guys also have to show me your face and you have to speak out. Will you do that? No? Then I'm not joining from my mobile. I need to figure out how to keep it. All right, let me in. Somebody denied my request to join.
Oh, request again, ma'am. Request again.
Am I visible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are.
I think I have to switch off. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the voice proper?
Completely.
Little bit, right? I can't help. I'm so sorry. I don't know what technical glitch it is having. All right, so guys, I'm here. I'm logged in through my mobile. Now you need to turn on your cameras also, and we will have an interactive session. Otherwise, I'm switching. I'm turning off my mobile. Chalo, great. So you take your time. I will not waste any further because we have limited time. Okay. I was asking if any one of you can raise your hand who feels shy and introvert enough to speak out with the people with whom you are not friends. So if you could just raise your hand, we'll get to know that how many people falls into this category. Wow, I'm very glad that JCRC students are quite extrovert. So I must congratulate all of you that you people are confident enough. You know how to face the outsiders, and I'm happy about it. Let me move on to the next slide. Is my voice echoing?
Just a little bit,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am,
It's
it's
okay. Fine.
Perfect. All right. Okay. So, coming to the networking part, see, networking is not a one-time process. So, when you are in college, you network with your peers, you network with your teachers, you network with your professors, right? You network with the people who are a part of your college, and the good networking, strong networking you have that helps you out further in your maybe in your planning your career, in your future, in whatsoever field you are moving ahead, right? So why do we, so this is like, some of the objectives, how networking would help you. So first and foremost is, if you are looking for a job, your networking will definitely help you out. For example, now these sessions are being conducting for all of you all to attend, right? Now this is your first probably interaction wherein you are facing the people, you are meeting the people from the industry, you are meeting the people from corporate. Please take maximum utilization of this opportunity. What you can do is not only come here, be yourself mute, be yourself hidden in behind your laptop screens in the sessions. On the contrary, you can interact with the people who are coming and talking to you. You can build strong networking skills. So I would be feeling more than happy if after my session you guys would take my WhatsApp number from your team and would message me or take my advice to help you out in your career growth. This is how networking can help you out. So when right now you are freshers, you are in your college, maybe after 3 or 4 years down the line you would be graduating, and that time, believe me, these contacts will help you out in getting your first job. How? Because you are constantly in touch with the people whom you are interacting in your graduation span. I will tell you how you can, maintain relations with them, how you can be in contact with them throughout your tenure, and take all the updates from them and build a strong network, so that if whether you are you wanted to change your job in which you are presently working, or you wanted to get a new job, these networking skills will definitely help you out, right? If you wanted to advance in your organization, if you want to have you want to maintain a personal and professional relationship with your bosses, with the people with whom you aspire to work, believe me, networking is the very essential tool. And tell me, which is the one most relevant website or most relevant social media platform used for professional networking? Anybody knows the answer for it?
On LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Absolutely, LinkedIn. And how many of you have a strong LinkedIn profile here? Just raise your hands. Aditya, Vishaka. Why so few hands? Let me just check. I'm not able to see the hands as well. Oh, only 3 people. This is not good, guys. See, LinkedIn is a platform wherein the moment you are out of your school, you join a college, please create your LinkedIn profile. It is not like Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platforms which you are using, but LinkedIn is a place wherein you will find people of your interest areas. You will find people who are already working in the profile where you want to become after say 5 or 10 years down the line, you can meet those people here on LinkedIn. Start building the connections, है ना? LinkedIn पे start liking the post. So maybe whosoever your idol is, you can start following those people from right now on LinkedIn and stay connected with them. Like their post, you can share with them. All right. So this is how you can build a strong networking relations through LinkedIn. So I would recommend all the students should create a LinkedIn profile. And believe me, nowadays, now scenario, so preparing a resume and approaching for a job has become a long lost theory. So in my times, we used to prepare a resume and then we need to mail to the recruiters and then wait that they'll receive our CV and then they will revert us for a job call. So now gone are the days. Now what happens is through LinkedIn you can directly contact to the recruiters, to the companies where you are interested to work in. They will see your profile. We'll come later to that as well. So they will see your profile, and if they found interested, you can then and there get a call from the company through your LinkedIn profile. So that is the reason the LinkedIn has to be very, very strong and effective, right? See, so now this is for all those who assume that they don't know how to speak with the strangers. Right? So these are the basic self-assessment exercise, the 5 basic tasks which you guys can do, which you guys can prepare rather before you contact anybody for further networking. So what are these 5 basic tasks? First perform a self-assessment for yourself. कि आज मैं networking करने के लिए मैं सोच रही हूँ, तो what are my objectives of networking? All right. So maybe I am a student of engineering. I'm studying in JCRC, and probably my future goals is that after, if I am a computer engineer, my goals would be that after 4 years I would join an IT company. So this is my goal after my 4-year career plan. Or probably after becoming a computer engineer, I wanted to work with the IT giants like Infosys or Google or Apple or whatsoever IT companies are there. So I have to be clear upon my goals, that what are my goals I want for myself, because then accordingly in the same direction only I will move forward, right? जब तक मुझे खुद को पता नहीं होगा कि मुझे अपने आप से क्या चाहिए या आगे मेरा फ्यूचर में मैं क्या सोचती हूँ, तब तक मैं आगे जाके लोगों से बात कैसे करूंगी, है ना? Then create a 1-minute self-sell. So now, just for 60 seconds, you need to assess yourself that what am I going to talk to the people? Like, what are my best skills which I may go approach to the people and talk about? So this is the homework which you have to do before you start your networking. So first is you have to perform a self-assessment for yourself. Second is a 1-minute self-sell skill. So self-skill is what? You need to talk about yourself, your skills, your hobbies, your interests, or whatever. But it has to be 1 minute talking about yourself. Then conduct networking interviews amongst yourselves. So you can, when you are sitting with your friends, excuse me. So you can start practicing from there. Start conducting networking interviews. That what are your interests? What are your hobbies? How do you want to spend? How do you like to spend your times? What are the places you want to explore? So these kind of questions can be created, and that remains in your mind. When you talk to the strangers, to the people, that automatically the practice is already done for yourself. Then maintain the network. This is very essential. हम क्या करते हैं, अब आज मैं आप लोगों से मिल रही हूँ, 2 दिन के बाद में आप भूल जाओगे कि कौन सी मैम आई थी, हमें क्या बताया था, forget. So not in my case, but generally also I'm telling that whatsoever network you are creating, please maintain that network. Because you never know what kind of these networks would help you out in your future, right? So this is very, very necessary that whatever connections you are making, whatever networking you are doing, you have to maintain that networking. Grow a community of empowered presenters. So empowered presenters are who are people who have strong networking skills, who have a lot of people following them, who have a strong opinion, strong presence in the society. Please stay connected with them, because with them you will also grow. You will also have start building contacts like them. I think I will skip the videos because then I'll show these videos in the later, because I would not be able to finish my presentation. It's a lengthy one. So we'll mark this slide number 6, and in the end, then I'll show you the videos all together. Okay, so now I told you that you have to make your 1 minute self-sell. Now what is this self-sell? मैंने बोल तो दिया word कि you have to prepare 1 minute speech for yourself. अब ये 1 minute speech खुद के बारे में लिखना is again a task. What to write about yourself, how to write or how to brag about myself, that what am I. So now an opening statement used in networking that quickly summarizes your history and your career plan. So this is all. 1 minute is how much? Only 60 seconds. You count 60 and 1 minute is gone. This is the only duration which is required from you to talk about yourself. It's not that much, right? And I know people who can talk for hours and hours about themselves. So you just have to prepare a 1 minute speech. What could be there? What should be there in this 1 minute? So in this 1 minute, you should speak about yourself and what are your career plans. All right. So it should be either 60 seconds or can be less also. You should be very, very concise and clear that what you are trying to say. It can be the summary of your career highlights, that my name is so and so and I have done internships or I have done projects in whatever field. So a very crisp, brief summary of your achievements. If you have started your career or you have just entered into the professional world, you can also and you don't have any experiences, then what you can tell about your hobbies. You can tell about your plans, that what are your plans for yourself, what are you seeking. Please be specific, that my plans is to become an engineer and work, or maybe after engineering I wanted to become an entrepreneur, or after engineering I wanted to go for an MBA, or I don't want to go for any management program, but in engineering only I want to explore the field in which I am pursuing. So you have to be very, very specific and clear that what are your plans. End of this 1 minute self, you have to ask the question to the person to whom you are talking, so that it is an open two-way communication. नहीं तो आपने one-sided सब बोल दिया और आप चुप हो गए. Next what? The conversation will end, right? वो बात ही आगे नहीं बढ़ेगी. आपने बात करी और आप चुप होकर के बैठ गए. So in the last, it has to be such that you leave an open-ended question. That these are my plans. So do you feel, or do you have any advice for me? So if it is a senior, you can always say, do you have any advice for me? According to you, what should I do? Or are my plans good or not? Do you have any experience about it? So these are certain questions which you can ask to the person to whom you have started your networking. How to develop your network? अब पहला क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि चलो ठीक है, हम नेटवर्किंग भी कर लेंगे, हम लोगों से बात भी कर लेंगे, लेकिन how should I start my networking? Which should be my first step to start my network? So first and foremost is start with your primary contacts. अब primary contacts कौन से होते हैं? So the primary contacts are the people जिनको आप डायरेक्टली पहचानते हो या जिनको आप डायरेक्टली जानते हो. Those are your primary contacts. All right. So maybe the person who recognizes you, who knows you, are your primary contacts. So they can be your mentors, they can be your teachers, they can be the people with whom you are working. So they can be anyone, your friends, your distant relatives. So these are your primary contacts. Now, second comes the ask for secondary contacts. First step of networking is first and foremost you approach your primary contact, जिनसे आप confident हो, जिनसे आप open हो, जिनके पास आप immediately जा करके और बात कर सकते हो. All right. And then start building your secondary contacts. अब secondary contacts कौन से होते हैं? Secondary contacts होते हैं the people whom you do not know. All right. So the people whom you do not know, you can find out either on LinkedIn, either in the social gatherings, in the conferences, in any seminars which you attended. Now, in the times of this pandemic from past 2 years, these conferences, social gatherings are not happening. And how we are interacting is through this online platform. So all those people whom you are meeting online, start building contact with them, right? Start creating your own networking list where you take the credentials of the people with whom you are meeting, with whom you are, to whom you are listening, and you want to follow them. You want their advice for you. So these people can become your secondary contacts. Then a very important factor to increase your networking skills is to get involved in the community. So join some volunteer work, join some NGO, join some clubs which are there in the university, in your college. So when you become a part of the social gathering, your network spread. Now, if you want to, I am talking in context of the of entrepreneurship. So now, basic fundamental of success of an entrepreneur is how, first and foremost, is definitely startup, that how strong the startup plan is. Excuse me. And secondly, the second important thing is how strong networking skills the person has, right? So the better you are a networking person, the better the chances of your startup would be to get known, famous, and you will not find any difficulty in advertising your startup idea or advertising your startup organization. Then meet and greet. Use the 1 minute self-serve. How you meet and greet with the people? Please prepare your 1 minute pitch amongst yourself. This is how I am going to approach the people. And whenever you are meeting anybody in the groups, in the social gathering, prepare your speech is prepared. Just go and start speaking. Networking interviews. So networking interviews is basically on a phone call. So if you are planning to build a network, maybe, and if you are successful in getting their number or maybe something, then please try and speak with them over the phone call, and minimum 10 to 15 minutes time you should take, because 10 से 15 मिनट में ही आप एक networking skills build कर सकते हो. उसके नीचे तो it will only be a formal introduction, right? So if somebody agrees कि sir, I need a time of yours, I need some help in my startup, or I need some help in my career from you, and your advice is highly I would require. So I would appreciate if you can give your time. So 5 to 10 minutes time you could ask for, and start networking interviews. And believe me, most of the people are willing to help you. तो ऐसा बहुत आपको कम लोग मिलेंगे जहाँ पे आपको वो एकदम रेजिस्ट कर देंगे कि नहीं, we don't want to help you. If you will approach with a positive attitude that you wanted to, build your networking connections, you want to succeed in your life, you want to move forward, then there are people who want to help you. It's only like you need to just go and ask their help. देखो, कुछ बहुत important factors होते हैं which is nowhere mentioned in this slide, but I wanted to share with you is how you can, so these are the small tips which will help you in building up strong networking. So these are most useful tips in networking. So first and foremost is, if you are called for any social gatherings, for any community meetings, or any conferences, or wherever you know that there will be a lot of people, please arrive a little early. Why? Because सबसे पहले हम पहुंच जाएंगे तो हमें क्या मिलेगा? वहां पे बहुत कम लोग मिलेंगे. So now most of these conferences, until and unless it is organized in your college, so अगर आप कहीं inter college conference में जाते हो, you will meet people whom you don't know, right? So there will be people from different spheres who would be present in this hall, in the conference hall, or in the meeting or similar situations. So when you will reach a little early, it will be easier for you to mix with the crowd present over there, है ना? अगर आप late पहुंचोगे, वहाँ already काफी crowded हो जाएगा, and what happens is, when we go at some places wherein we don't know anybody, so we tend to make partners with the people whom we think would be friendly. होता है ना ये ऐसा, हम कहीं अकेले जाते हैं जहां हम किसी को नहीं जानते, तो हम ऐसे लोगों से बात करने के लिए अप्रोच करते हैं जिनको देखकर हमें लगता है कि शायद ये फ्रेंडली है, या ये शायद मेरे माइंडसेट से मैच करेगा, हम उन लोगों की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हैं. तो when you will reach a little early, you will have a lot of people standing, scattered and not in the groups to whom you can easily go and approach. Moreover, if you will go late, all these people will be segregated into the groups, and then entering into a group will be difficult for you. So it is always advised that whenever you wanted to go for any such event wherein you tend to meet strangers, please arrive a little early so that you are accustomed to the surroundings, accustomed to the people before the event starts. Then ask easy questions. So now you went there and you see there are a lot of people standing in different groups, standing here and there. Now go approach to them and start asking easy questions. May I join you? How come you are here in this event? What brings you here? How you are interested in joining such event? So this is how you can initiate your conversation. And please remember, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a startup, you have your startup, don't always behave as a salesperson of your startup. Believe me, लोग आपसे भागने लगेंगे, अरे ये तो फिर आके अपना marketing strategy बताने लग गया या अपना sales pitch करने लग गया. So it is good that you talk about your business idea. It is good that you talk about your plans, but in a subtle way. Please don't go and sell your business plan, or don't start with the sales pitch to the strangers. All right, you can rather share your passion with them, that if you want to become an entrepreneur and you know that which is the field in which you want to explore, so start talking about your passion. So for example, there were few of my students while graduating, they started their entrepreneurial journey into the cloud kitchen concept, right? So they, all the three people who started were all girls. So to whomsoever they approached, they always talked about their passion, how passionate they were towards the food, how passionate they were towards providing food to the people who were living in PG and hostels. So when they speak about their passion, they build a genuine contact with people, right? जब आप अपना passion से आप बात करते हो, तो सामने वाले को लगता है कि yes, they are not selling their products, but see how passionate they are. So that ways the connections which will come to you will be far more genuine. That you should always have a smiling face and approaching. The connections which you are making has to be maintained, क्योंकि अगर आप उसको lose कर दोगे तो फिर आप जितने भी आप connect
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt, but there's some network glitch.
Oh, my camera has also started working. No, it's not. Okay. So now is my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. So I was telling you, have you heard about the importance of updating your LinkedIn profile? Guys, are you dozing off? सो तो नहीं गए सब लंच करने के बाद?
No, ma'am.
You're there?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you finding interesting whatever I'm sharing with you, or it's just for the sake of कि आपको अटेंड करना है इसलिए आप बैठे हो, या कुछ लग रहा है कि कुछ हाँ समझ में नया आ रहा है? Good. Thank you, Saurabh. You motivated me.
Yes, ma'am. We are
Okay.
getting too much of them.
So, all right. So, maintaining LinkedIn, why I am talking about this is, LinkedIn हमने एक बार बना दिया और मैं बहुत सारी ऐसी प्रोफाइल देखती हूँ जहाँ पे LinkedIn बनाने के बाद में there are no updates. So, why this LinkedIn account is created, so that you can post whatever is happening on professional front, on educational front in your life, whatever you are doing, just post on that LinkedIn account. जैसे आप कहीं घूमने जाते हो, अपनी फोटो सेल्फी खींच करके तुरंत इंस्टाग्राम पे या दूसरे सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट करते हो ना, make that a habit of with the LinkedIn also. Whatever achievements you are getting, please post it on your LinkedIn page, and then see how beautiful your page becomes. So by the time you will graduate, your LinkedIn page will talk about yourself. Your LinkedIn page will reflect about your hobbies. It will reflect about what kind of a person you were during your graduating years. So there you can keep in your network everybody updated, that now what all certifications you are achieving, what all positions you are doing, what all internships you are doing. So you have to update it so that you are maintaining your relations with all your network. If someone was particularly helpful, let them always let them know that you are thankful to them, and through your network also. Matlab, thank you. You can thank people on the network that good to get connected with so and so, because for maybe helping out or whatever. So I mean, this is how you can build. You can acknowledge people. LinkedIn अगर किसी ने use किया है तो recommendations देखा है, एक LinkedIn पे एक recommendations करके आता है. Has anybody seen that? No? All right. Yes. So Saurabh, yeah, quite a few of you have seen that. So that recommendations, believe me, is a very, very important thing in your career. तो जो recommendations आपको मिलते हैं LinkedIn पे, that will speak about your profile. Because any of your employer going forward is planning to hire you, they will see your LinkedIn profile, they will browse your LinkedIn profile, and they will see the recommendations which you have received on your profile. And those recommendations should be from the people, maybe the people who are senior to you, so they can be your mentors, your teachers, or somebody who are not related to you. तो ऐसा नहीं है recommendations में अपने friend को बोलो कि पूरी क्लास आज मेरे लिए recommendation लिखेगी, बदले में मैं सबको पार्टी दूंगा. It should not be the case, because employers are smart enough to know that the recommendations are genuine or not, right? So I'm coming to the next part. Now, digital networking. We are in the age of digital networking, right? अब तो सब कुछ digital हो गया. So now we are not meeting with the people. Due to this pandemic, everything is being digitalized. So now our networking happens most of the time on the digital networks. And the digital network also follow the same rules as in-person networking. All right. So LinkedIn, again, it's used here. It is the best tool through which you can start networking for your business on this platform. Follow the company policies about using work hours for networking, social or otherwise. So through LinkedIn also, if you are planning to apply in any company, you can contact people who are already being a part of that company, and you can get to know from them that what kind of a culture a company has, what kind of a working hours they have, how the people are motivated over there. All right. So through digital networking, you can find the people of your interest, the companies of your interest. You can also find, now if you are in your graduation and you wanted to go for your further studies, so again LinkedIn is the best place wherein you can find people who are doing those courses in which you are interested to go maybe in your future. So you can from now onward start connecting to those people who are already pursued that course or who had already made their career into that particular course. तो आपको पता रहेगा कि आपने जो करियर प्लान अपने लिए चूज किया है, whether you are on the right track or you are not. How? Only through networking. So now, how networking and social media help in negotiation skills? We have coming to the negotiation part now. Dekho, through networking, when you will be on the LinkedIn and other social media, you would know that what kind of a salary structure is prevalent in the market. So now, for example, if you are with your graduation, you are also planning to do some extra certification programs. Through networking, you would know that which are the best prevailing programs at this in this present time, in which you can apply and through which you can make your best professional career, right? Because when you will get connected with the people who are already doing this similar things, you know that okay, अभी जैसे आज के सिनेरियो की मैं बात करूं, so which are the best programs in which people are paid beautifully. So the programs, some of the programs are data analysis is there, then digital marketing is there, data mining is there. So there are lots of programs which is very current these days, right? So through networking, when you are present there on the social media platforms like LinkedIn and all, you know that which are the current program, and also you know that how much salary package is being offered for these particular programs to the people. So then you are in a better position to negotiate yourself with the employer. You know कि अब मेरे अगर आज मैं डेटा एनालिसिस का कोर्स साथ में कर लेता हूँ या कर लेती हूँ, so after doing that course, what will be the minimum package which industry is offering to the data analyst? All right. So how would you know that? Either you read the Economic Times or the job employment news, or else you stay connected. You stay connected strongly with the through social media with all the people who are working into the similar domain. Okay, so coming to the negotiation part, negotiation अभी starting में जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था, what is negotiation? Negotiation is like everybody of us has done negotiation one or the other time in our lives. होता क्या है negotiation? Negotiation होता है wherein two people are sitting, talking to each other, and they are not agreeing on certain aspects. So I am saying that I want to the earth is moving from east to west, and the counterpart is saying no, it is moving from north to south, and we are arguing. No, I would say no, east to west, and the other person is saying north to south. So now we will negotiate amongst each other. Okay, so neither east to west nor north to south, but the earth is moving from west to east. So this is how negotiations happen. बड़ी कंपनी के negotiations होते हैं when they crack a deal. So there the negotiations happens, right? So basically negotiation होता है कि wherein certain disputes are happening, there is a conflict in the ideas. So agreement is established between the two through going I believe now it will work. All right. Is it okay now? Great. I so wish this pandemic ends and we are again sitting in front of each other and doing these kind of conversation. It becomes so difficult with this technical glitches. Okay. ऑलराइट, सो आपको कहाँ नेगोशिएशन की जरूरत पड़ेगी अभी आने वाले फ्यूचर टाइम में? आपको जरूरत पड़ेगी व्हेन you will be negotiating about your salary with your employers, when you would be negotiating about your job roles with the employers. So now a 1-minute video I want to show all of you. Please go through it before we come to the negotiation part. Is my screen visible? One second. I am. Yeah. Is my screen visible to all? Guys, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
33% raise. I work in the Texas Capitol. I am a chief of staff for a state representative out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. When I took the job in 2013,
Yes, ma'am.
Please
this
tell
is
me
how
if
I
you
negotiated a
listen, if you are able to
33%
hear
raise.
the audio.
I work in
Yes, ma'am.
mouths. Honesty is the best policy. So I approached my boss and just told him my needs and kind of where I was at, and that if we weren't able to meet that, I would have to find a job that could support me and my family. I don't think he actually took me very seriously when I said it. So I started looking online and I found an ad for a construction company. I ended up interviewing with the owner, literally made me an offer on the spot, which greatly exceeded the current salary. So ended up calling my boss and he sat down with me. I explained to him where I was at again. He basically said, listen, I do not want to lose you. What is it going to take? And I told him he's going to have to match that person's offer, and he agreed. And there is where the salary raise came from. In the negotiating process, first and foremost, you have to be serious, and you're not bluffing that you're leaving. You actually have to be willing to leave the job. You have to see yourself as a commodity. Ultimately, if you think that the product of you is worth more than you're currently being paid, then you have to make the case and sell yourself. You have to justify why those dollars deserve to go into your bank account.
All right, so this I was not able to hear while he was talking because there was no voice on my end. But what I have listened to this video earlier says that how you can negotiate your salary with the employer. And believe me, it is quite okay to negotiate your salary. ऐसा कभी भी नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि अगर मैं अपनी salary negotiate करूँगा, so it will give me a wrong impression. Please, it would definitely not give a wrong impression. Rather, you will not anytime feel cheated that I deserve better, but I am not paid how much I deserve. So you will not feel at any point of time if you are able to negotiate before finalizing your salary. So what are negotiation skills? They are basically the soft skill such as communication, persuasion, planning, strategizing and cooperating. So networking से ही negotiation बनकर निकल कर आता है. The strong networking skills you have, the better negotiator you would be, because through networking you will meet a lot of people and you would know that what is prevalent in the industry and you can negotiate best for yourself. So basically these are the soft skills. Okay. So by and large, there are two negotiation strategies. First is distributing bargaining and second is integrative bargaining. In terminologies पे मत जाओ, ये theoretical terms है. I will give you a simple line. So there are two negotiating strategy. One strategy is win and lose strategy. Win and lose strategy क्या होती है? Win and lose strategy होती है wherein two parties are negotiating between each other and one party is in profit, is in benefit, and the other party loses, right? But the other party is is not able to bargain good is not able to negotiate good and keep their terms and conditions. So it is one party who wins in this case. That is called win and lose situations. सेकेंड होता है विन विन सिचुएशन, जो बहुत प्रेवलेंट है, तुमने नाम मतलब सुना भी होगा इन डे टू डे टर्मिनोलॉजी की थिंग्स शुड बी इन विन विन कंडीशन. सो व्हाट इज विन विन कंडीशन? वेयर एवरीवन इज सेटिस्फाइड, where everybody is in a winning position, so nobody feels cheated. Both of the parties have trust on each other, and both of the parties are, at the end of the day, both of them are satisfied with the negotiations. So that is called win-win situation. और win or lose situation में होता है कि जो dominating party होती है that wins the game, and the other party have to obey whatever the winning party asked for it. And please believe me, good leaders are good negotiators. So if you are a good leader, if you know how to speak in public, if you know how to make people follow you, you can become a good negotiator. Because you know how you can strategize, how you can play with the psychology of the people and ask them to follow whatever you command. So good leaders are always good negotiators. Now, how you can negotiate? Now, this we are talking for your job research and your job interviews and your business startup plans, for your startup entrepreneurial journey. In whichever ways you will tend to negotiate, this context will fall appropriate in all the situations. So, what are the process of negotiating? Research, bargain, maybe a postponement, agreement or no agreement. I will take you through all these terms one by one. So research, success or failure depends on a good plan. अगर आपने रिसर्च किया है कि आप अपने करियर में आपने जो भी आप जिस भी पाथ पे आप जाना चाहते हो, if you have researched it properly, you know that what are the pros and cons of it, then because you are well prepared about all the repercussions of that particular field, you know what are the achievements you are going to achieve once you are able to complete all the hindrances in that part. So moreover, when you are negotiating with the other party, so for example, you go for a job interview in a company, say Infosys, you went for an interview. Now, before going for a job interview, first research about the job roles and the salary packages which Infosys is offering to the people at your on the profile at which you are applying. So if you have researched, the person who is interviewing you cannot offer you the salary which is not at par with the other people, or they cannot falsely give you a small profile which as per your qualification does not suits up. So when you will research about that part, that will help you out in negotiating. Set goals, anticipate questions and objections from your opponent. So your research should be so strong that when your opponent party is asking you any questions or raised on any objection, you should be able to answer them. Develop options and trade-off. So if you have to give up on something, be prepared for something to ask in return. So your options, your trades should always be prepared. So for example, you are going for a salary interview and the HR would say ki, no, you are asking way too higher, I'll not be able to give you this much salary what you are asking for, but I will give you a little less. So you should have a backup plan in your mind ki, if the HR is not able to give me what I am demanding, then probably my condition would be all right, then I would not shift and if you are in a position to bargain, मतलब अगर fresher हो और job की you are in need of that particular job, that then you cannot negotiate to an extent to the extreme. But if you know that you are worth to take for that particular position, and if you will negotiate, the HR will anyhow hire you in his organization, then definitely you can bargain in return that you are not offering me some package, then probably I would prefer to have my posting in so and so location or whatever. So you should be ready with the second B plan if your negotiations are not completed. Bargaining, develop rapport. So अभी जो मैंने बोला, that was also an example of bargaining. That okay, you are not fulfilling all my needs, then we'll bargain on something else. Okay. So let the other, in bargaining it is always like, so now when the girls have raised their hands that they like to shop, I'm very sure they like to bargain also. So bargaining ka first rule is, let the other party make the first offer, because what if you made the offer and the other person have something better in his or her mind, but since you made an offer which is lesser from their expectation, they will readily accept that. Oh, मैंने तो सोचा था ये 10 लाख रुपए मांगेगा package. He asked for 7. Oh, very happily come join my company. I'll give you an offer letter. So please don't, upfront go and ask that my demand, my salary requirements is X lakh rupees per annum. What if the the salary which they are giving is 2x? So let them make an offer first and then you bargain based on your preferences. Do not move fast, right? To postpone or not, what is that? See, so negotiation skills may, if you are in a hurry, if you wanted to close your whatever transactions you are having, if you are in a hurry, you will not be able to negotiate better, right? So do not create a sense of urgency. If you will create that sense of urgency, then the person with whom you are negotiating will definitely not going to listen to your negotiations, because he know that whatever be the criteria, but the person to whom I am talking is in such a hurry that whatever demand I will give, he will fulfill to that. So don't show that attitude towards the person with whom you are negotiating. You should know when to pressure and when let it go. This is a very very important aspect to it, that you should be, you should know that when to pressurize on somebody and when to just let it go. Am I clear on that, on this part? Please say yes or no if I'm clear on this part what I just told.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Agreement or not? So now you have negotiated, you have bargained, but still there is no agreement made, right? So it can be on anything. So please try and bring a person with third perspective who could come and listen to both the parties and then help as a negotiators. Okay, so it is not necessary that whatever negotiations you are making, an agreement is made. It can be possible that the agreements are not made. So in that case, there should be a chance of the third person to barge in and resolve the negotiations. Now guys, whatever networking and negotiating you are doing, please don't restrict yourself to your own community, because digital media has given you access to at a global platform. So please reach out globally. Please don't restrict yourself to any particular small area, right? So take advantage of this digital age and expand yourself globally. So be alert to cultural differences. Focus on relationship versus tasks, use of power tactics, verbal and non-verbal communication, correct greetings and rituals. So these are some certain tips. So you need to be active on your LinkedIn profiles and all. You should, keep updated, keep posted on each and everything which you are happening, which is happening across you. You should read on LinkedIn profile and start sharing the articles as well, so that when the employer is going through your profile, they know that you are a person who is deep dived into the topic and has relevant knowledge about it. ये अपन ने देख ही लिया how to get a salary raise. This was a video which I was planning to show you in the end. Now, why? So I initially I discussed networking and then I discussed negotiating. Now, while concluding, I want to tell you all that how negotiating and networking go hand in hand. So one can become a better negotiator by building stronger networks. अगर आपके नेटवर्क्स ही स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है, आपको यही नहीं पता कि आपकी सराउंडिंग्स में क्या एनवायरनमेंट चल रहा है, यू कैन नॉट बी अ गुड नेगोशिएटर. So for becoming a good negotiator, your contact should be very strong. Your networking skills should be very strong. And with stronger relationships and information, you will be more aware of what exactly is at stake when you are negotiating and improve your terms and outcomes. So this is how negotiating and networking both goes together, and both of them gives you a strong personality to become a super negotiator and a super networker. Now, before I conclude, there was one more thing which I haven't included in my slide, but I wanted to tell all of you who are planning to, go for a startups or who wanted to their journey towards the entrepreneurial side. So, see, guys, storytelling is a very important aspect in entrepreneurship, right? So, if you are passionate enough towards your business, storytelling can make your startup stand out from the crowd, right? Because you have built that startup from your passion. There are stories which are associated with it, है ना? मतलब अगर आपने कोई स्टार्टअप फॉर्म भी किया है तो उसके पीछे भी उस काफी सारी स्टोरीज होती हैं, दैट हाउ यू गॉट एन आइडिया, हाउ यू आस्क पीपल टू जॉइन हैंड्स विद यू, हाउ इट conceptualized, how it germinated, how it become, eventually it has grown up. So every startup or every entrepreneurial journey has a story behind it. So storytelling while selling your startup idea is very, very essential. So there are certain tips to it. So humanize your brand is like the first and foremost thing. Now, when you talk to the audience, for example, you are asked to go in any pitch deck competition, wherein you need to prepare a business plan and need to discuss that business plan with the audiences sitting in the crowd. Now, what you will do is, you cannot just go and start talking about your startup. No, just tell the audience that how you have started, why you believe in this particular startup when you chose in this sector, and what you are doing and in this to make the startup a success, and how this startup will make a difference in this world. This is how you can humanize your brand and create a more impactful impression on the people who are listening towards your business idea. Okay, so the context of your story must be a human and not an institutional relationship, that how it should be on a human grounds. Then bring your shared purpose to life. So shared purpose is like how now so if you have identified a cause, that what was the cause of creating a startup and why you have created this startup, it should be such. Now you have to appeal to your clients that this particular startup of mine, how it can help you in your needs and aspirations. So involve your customers in your shared purpose and include them in the customer journey. Okay, that this is why the startup is founded. This is how I am planning to go take my startup further, and how the people can engage with them, your customers, your probable clients, how they can engage with your startup, and then they can move further. I will give you an example over here again of my students of the cloud kitchen which I was talking about. So it was like started in the college when these girls were living in the hostel and PG, and they were not able to find good food. So it was like 5 years back. That time the cloud kitchen concept was not prevalent. So what happened? These three girls, so they came to me and said that, ma'am, we are planning to introduce the home chef. So there are a lot of housewives who are good cooks, but they cook only for their families, and if they are not able to get that platform wherein they can sell their cooking skills, or they can maybe they can a platform wherein they can reach out to different customers and all. So these girls said, ma'am, we wanted to connect the home chefs, the housewives who are good cooks also, to the people who are not able to get good homemade food, right? So then so they created an app wherein both of these platform, both of these the clienteles were taken on a similar platform, and the app was created. Now, when they shared their experiences and these people won their business idea in lots of events where they went, because whenever they pitched their idea, it used to strike the right chord among the audiences. In the audience, majority of them were the people who were living, they were the college going students. So most of them were already living in a PG or a hostel, and they were facing this issue of healthy and hygienic food. So that right chord was struck when these girls shared their business ideas on a human side, their purpose, that why they have created this business plan, and there was a lot of interest generated in the crowd, that because people were able to relate. Oh yes, if this startup or if this venture would come, our lives would be very easy. Now, similarly, when these girls go, so this was in the college scenario. Apart from that, when these girls went and pitched their idea outside, so there were lot of people who were able to relate. Oh yes, in my house also my mom prepare fabulous food, and she has ample of time. She can supply this food to the hostels or PGs. So that idea, strike the right chord, because it was through that objective that they were very, very clear about it. It was very simple, and the purpose was very clear, that what was the objective. So basically, this kind of storytelling plays a very, very important role while pitching out your business plan to the people to whom you want to reach. So this was from my end. Any questions? I would, more than happy to answer if any queries you guys would have. Anyone from the crowd? Any questions on networking, negotiation, or anything apart from it as well? All right, I don't see any hands. So that was from my end, and I really enjoyed talking with you guys. And thank you so much. All the very best for your future, and look forward for another such interaction. Thank you so much. Vishakha, over to you.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Like, am I audible?
Hello?
Am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, I was asking the question that we discussed about networking.
Yes.
Yes. How can we build networking for investments, especially for investment?
All right.
Startup?
So Vishakha, as I told you in the the last storytelling example, how to approach investors is your question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So Vishakha, when you have your plan properly, conceptualized with you, you know that if you are able to formulate that particular plan, then this is going to struck the right chord amongst the audience, or this is the requirement of the current time. It is the need of the hour. And with passionate, if you will go and speak with your investors that how you have conceptualized your plan, what are the pros of this particular plan, what kind of customers it is going to target, and how your plan will be profitable, then only the investor will tend to invest in your business plan. So the moment the investor will be satisfied that the plan which you have made is perfect to the clients, to the customer to whom you are approaching, then only he would be investing in your business. So if he would have a little bit of glitch also in his mind that बहुत सारे ऑलरेडी चल रहे हैं, पता नहीं ये चलेगा या नहीं चलेगा, he will never ever invest. So you should be, the storytelling basically has to be very strong from the entrepreneurial end to pull investors towards their business plan. Any other question, guys?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so I think we can end this session.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you
once
so
again.
much for your precious time, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.